Have you ever wondered why some women, after decades of love and companionship, start to feel distant, maybe even cold, toward the man they once adored? If you're a senior or simply curious about the emotional shifts that happen in long-term relationships, this video might explain something no one talks about openly, but many feel deeply. This isn't about nagging, mood swings, or blaming anyone. It's about understanding. Because behind those quiet dinners and short replies, there's often a story waiting to be told. Let's explore the real reasons why some older women begin to emotionally detach from their husbands, and what can be done about it. Stick with me, because the last reason might just hit home more than you expect. 1. Loss of shared purpose. When couples are younger, life feels like a joint mission. Raising kids, paying bills, building careers, planning retirement. But after all those milestones are passed, what's left? For many women, that shared sense of direction fades. And when that happens, something inside begins to ache. Take Ellen, for example. She's 68 and told me, "We used to dream together, travel, start a garden, maybe volunteer. Now, he just settles into the couch. It's like we stopped moving forward." It's not about needing grand adventures. It's about needing to feel like teammates again. Without shared goals, big or small, relationships can feel stagnant. Men often settle into comfort. Women, on the other hand, may still crave growth, curiosity, and connection. If you're a man watching, ask yourself, what can we still create together?
Dos que millone caschen breakdown. Overtime, de dep conversations fad.
Words become routine.
Dinner's ready.
Did you take your meds? But the real talks, the ones that build emotional intimacy, start disappearing. And that silence, it grows into something much heavier than words. When a woman feels like her voice no longer matters, she slowly begins to retreat. Ellen said, "We used to sit and talk for hours. Now, he scrolls on his phone. I could say the house is on fire and he'd probably just nod." That's not about annoyance.
That's heartbreak hiding behind silence.
If you're a husband, think back. Did you used to ask how her day was? Laugh with her?
Notice the little things?
That version of you still exists. Don't let silence become the language of your marriage. 3. Emotional neglect. This one is subtle, but powerful. Emotional neglect doesn't always look like cruelty. Sometimes it looks like comfort that slowly turns into distance. He assumes she knows he loves her, so he stops showing it. She stops asking how he feels, because the answer never changes. It becomes a quiet house, a shared space, but not a shared heart. Carol, 74, once told me,
"I realized I could be a ghost in my own living room."
She wasn't angry. She was invisible. And that's a wound time alone doesn't heal. Men, if you've stopped asking how your wife feels, not just physically, but emotionally, now is the time to start again.
4 emotional stonewalling.
This one is hard to see coming, but devastating when it hits. Emotional stonewalling happens when one partner shuts down completely. Not because they don't care, but because they've learned to stay quiet. Maybe he was raised to believe men shouldn't talk about feelings. Maybe he thinks avoiding conflict keeps things calm. But here's the truth.
Silence don't equal peace.
It often equals loneliness. Susan, 72, said, "At least when we argued, I felt like he still cared. Now, it's like I live with a ghost." When a woman feels like she's talking to a wall, the love starts to dim.
Not suddenly,
but quietly. And permanently, if nothing changes. Men, this doesn't mean you have to become a poet overnight. Just start by being present.
Say, tell me more. Write a note.
Share a memory. Connection starts with small cracks in the wall. Let them happen. By the time couples reach their later years, their love has seen it all.
The highs, the heartbreaks, the ordinary days.
But here's the truth. Emotional drift doesn't happen all at once. It grows in the spaces where attention, affection, and purpose used to live. Women often notice this shift first. Not because they're more emotional, but because they've spent decades feeling everything, for everyone. Now, with time to reflect, they wonder, is this all there is? That question isn't a threat. It's a hope. A hope that it's not too late to reconnect. So if you're a man watching this, don't wait until she stops trying. Show up. Lean in.
Get out loud. And if you're a woman feeling unseen,
you're not selfish. You're not dramatic. You're finally giving yourself permission to feel. If anything in this video resonated with you, leave a comment below. Share one insight that struck a chord. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that button. We're building a community where wisdom, honesty, and healing matter. Thanks for watching.
and remember,
Love doesn't fade with age. It fades with neglect. But it can always be rekindled, if both hearts are willing.